Hi you guys, I'm back. Today is a very interesting video. Earlier, after 3 weeks at Benefit Cosmetics, I quit. So I do have a video prior to this one. I haven't edited and uploaded yet. I won't state names just for like, I guess, legal purposes and whatever. But after 3 weeks, I quit. My manager, she was a very interesting lady. Like, I've never experienced someone like this before. For me, like, very evil. Like, I don't know what she had going on at home, but whatever it was, or not even at home, but within her, it would really just exude out of her. Like, so much so. It was very negative, and like, somebody could watch this video and be like, you're really over exaggerating. But this is like something different for me. I've never experienced someone like this before in my life. Very rude. Just ignorant. Like, it's crazy because somebody could be so knowledgeable but still so ignorant. Don't care about people. Don't have any consideration for what people have going on. Everything is about sales. And this is nothing against Benefit, because I don't even know if this is how they run their company, honestly. If you want me to be 100% honest, I believe this is just how she does things. She's really like, yes, the benefit way. But for me, I believe it was her way. And if you wasn't doing it the way she wanted you to do it, then there was an issue. And on top of that, it was just the way that she would talk to you. So she would not necessarily talk to you. She would talk at you. I don't know if I'm the only one who experienced this, because everybody else seemed to be okay with what's going on with them. I haven't experienced or witnessed her speaking to anybody else the way that she speaks to me. I'm not sure if it's because of the fact that I wasn't retaining information just as great as she wanted me to. So I don't know if that was an issue. I don't know if she was looking at me as inferior to her or anybody else at the job. But either way it go, I just believe there's a certain respect that there should be between a manager and an employee. Like, if I'm talking to you and you're talking to me, if you're giving me feedback and I want to speak on behalf of what you're saying to me in response to what you're saying to me, that's not defense. That's me just having a conversation with you. But because you don't want to hear what I have to say, you mark that as a defense. And the thing is, people could be very manipulative. They could use things and twist them around if they think you're stupid enough to believe that this is really what it is. But I don't believe that. I believe that I should be able to speak just as well as anybody else. And that was my biggest issue with her. Like, she was so rude. She would cut you off while you speaking and tell you not to talk to her in a certain tone or a certain way. But in that same instant, she's talking to you crazy. So it's like, man, like, today I just was like, you know what? And I have so much peace about it. Literally, I'm not upset with nobody, not with the company. I just feel so much better. But that experience made me not even want to work for benefit. And like, it really doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that just what they stand for. I don't believe that if anybody was to see this, that they would approve of the behavior that she has. Like, I don't believe that it would be something that they would be okay with. So with that being said, I'm just saying, for anybody who is looking to apply to benefit, just do your research really well, especially if it's in your, wherever you're going. Make sure that you're looking at that particular place. So you want to look into everything, even the customer reviews. Like, look into everything, and that's going to tell you so much about the particular place that you want to work at. Like I said, if anybody who was higher up was to know about this, I believe that they would not be okay with this. The treatment was just really bad. A lot of comparing, disclosing information about other people around me, and I'm a new employee, so you could just only imagine how I was feeling listening to somebody talk about another employee that I have no idea who it was at the time, and then just really too comfortable, too lenient with certain people, but then just so hard on me, which I don't know, because it was weird for me, because it was like, at first I'm like, okay, I understand why she's hard. She wants the best, whatever. But your delivery was very, very bad. Just do your research on the company, especially the one that you want to work at, the location you want to work for. Make sure you definitely know a lot about the people who are there. I saw reviews about a lot of cattiness and, just certain vibes. But I didn't believe that it would be for every one of them. But obviously, you always have a bad apple in a bunch that can destroy the whole company, the whole perspective of the whole company. Because from my experience, I would never want to work for them again, honestly. It's just a lot of sales. And, I understand, you got to get your sales as a company. But it's a way that you do things that I believe that some people just haven't mastered at all. So I quit. I could tell she didn't want me there anyway, because it would be like, if I didn't do certain things, oh, well, this is the benefit way. So if you can't do this, then I don't know if we can, I don't know what we're going to do. Like, just little subliminal, kind of like, I don't want you here anyway type wording. And, I was just at my wit's end today, and I just said, you know what? I don't believe this is the position for me, because she said it today. Oh, if you're not traffic stopping, that's the benefit. This is what we do. So if you're not doing that, then I don't know. Maybe this is not the position for you. Okay. Giving me time limits on things. It's hard for me because I can understand part of it, but just the way that it was done, no, I'm not accepting it. Nobody should have to accept that. I don't care how much they're paying you an hour. I don't care if they was paying you $25 an hour. It is no reason that you should settle for people treating you like sugar honey iced tea. It's not acceptable. So I just want to vent and tell my story. I'm really not even getting into details about it, but I quit. And that's just that. I resigned. I came back from lunch after she told me, you could go to lunch. Like, this is the vibe I'm getting. All type of, like, attitudes. And then when I give her the same attitude she's giving me, because after so long you can only take so much. So the first few days she would talk to me and I'm like, okay, Quisha, don't do this at this job. So it even got to the point where I'm crying because it's so much that I want to say that I just felt like I couldn't say in that moment. And like, this was a point, like, I had never experienced this in a workplace in my life, so it was something very new for me. And I know that I could say things that can land me in some trouble sometimes. So instead of me saying stuff and speaking out of anger, tears just start flowing. And honestly, it was a lot of other things that I was thinking about, but I just couldn't control it because I was so angry. And I handled that very well. I just say that. But even in that, why are you being emotional? Then told me, can you make a commitment to me that you won't be emotional anymore? I can't. Everybody's emotional. I can't commit to that. Oh, well, this is business. You need to leave your emotions at home. No, you need to leave your emotions at home and learn how to talk to people. So today, this is funny that she says, you know, you need to leave your emotions at home, because in the same instant, she told me that I did something wrong. So I was just doing brows or something. She's like, okay, you did that wrong. Cool. Now I'm trying to be humble, take the feedback that she's giving me and not say anything. What did you do wrong? I said, well, obviously you told me such and such and such. Oh, can you guys give us a minute? She'd take me over in a little corner and tell me, I don't need those smart remarks. First of all, lady, who are you talking to? You don't know me. You don't know where I'm from. Like, you gotta chill with your mouth. You gotta chill with the way that you talking to people, because you just don't know what people come from in life. Like, you don't know what walks of life that I've been through. You really don't, so you need to take that into consideration. Like, I don't know how she got hired. Maybe it was the way she is, because she's very fake and she lies a lot too. Like, that was just another thing. Just lies. Like, she would literally try to tell me that somebody else said something about me so that it'll make her seem like she's correct about what she's saying. So she would like have me training with other people and then say, oh, well, the trainer told me this. And so I'm like, the trainer couldn't have told you that, because the trainer, unless she just fake too, but that's hard to believe, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But at the same time, it was just a lot of lying going on, and I caught her in a lie. And then somebody else told me that she's a liar. So it was just like, wow. She said something in regards to somebody, something somebody told her, and I told her that I didn't do that. She, instead of believing what I said, started to go back to this thing where she's like, oh, you're being defensive. So anytime I spoke for myself, I was being defensive. Oh, Lord. Wow. But anyways, yeah. So I was telling her that, you know, what the person had told her was not correct. So she went back to say, you know, you're being defensive, this, that. And I'm like, okay. Obviously, like, you don't believe nothing I say because I'm not exceeding your expectations. So she's like, so I'm like, so you're not going to believe anything I say over, your trainers. No, I'm not, because these are my girls and these are my trainers. So I said, oh, you take their word over mine. Yeah, I have to. Like, these are my girls. They train. What the hell do that mean? Honestly, what? So I'm a liar because these are your trainers and you, like, and then she say, like, these are her trainers, like, these people been training for years. But come to find out, people just started to work here, like, what, a few months ago. So it's like, don't do that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, everybody, all of the coworkers, don't get me wrong, all of my coworkers, I really enjoyed them. They were really beautiful people. I have nothing against them, but I don't understand how they work underneath her. Like, I literally don't. But then again, it's like, she don't treat everybody how she treated me. I don't know why she really, like, nitpicked at everything that I did, but I didn't find that okay. That was very hurtful as a person. It was just, like, really disturbing. Every day I would come to work and I'm walking on eggshells, and it's like, oh, well, if you can't do this in front of me, I know you're not doing this with the customers. No, that is not true. Some people just make you very uncomfortable where you cannot do certain things with them that you would do with other people. And that's just a fact that everybody should know. Like, some people just make you really uncomfortable. She was one of them people for me. Like, everything I did was like this, and because you're my manager, yeah, you're making me uncomfortable. But if you were anything else, please believe me, things would not have went the way they did. I handled things very well with this lady. I remained professional even when I quit. I asked her, this is even more of, like, the killing part. So I came off lunch, and this was when I really, like, thought it over, like, yeah, I'm quitting. Before I went on lunch, she sent me lunch. Oh, you can go to lunch. And before she sent me to lunch, she's like, oh, well, you need to find out if this is what you want to do. Like, how are you talking to me like this? How do you think this is okay? Like, so it's just like, respect me, yo. Like, for real, because you just don't know. Like, you really don't. But aside from that, I come back from lunch and she's not downstairs. So obviously she went to lunch. So I text her and I'm like, hey, what time do you think you're coming back? Because her stuff was still there. So I knew that she didn't go anywhere, like, too far. So instead of her replying like a normal person would do, she show up 15 minutes later and like, oh, like, what was it? What is it? What did you need? And I said, well, I need to talk to you. Oh, so for me, I felt that she knew something was up. So she took me all the way outside of the mall. Now, usually she talked to me, she pulled me to the side. She took me out of the mall. It's a lot of just little key points that just pay attention to. So we leave outside of the mall and she's like, okay, what's the problem? Or, whatever she said, I don't even remember. But I was like, well, I went on lunch and I really thought about what you said, and I what did I say? I believe that you're absolutely right. This may not be the position for me. And so she was like, okay, well, just send in your resignation. Just send me an email resigning. Yeah, just send me an email resigning from the position or whatever. But, it wasn't no, oh, what happened? You know what I mean? So it was like you really wanted me to leave. Because anybody would be able to see this. I don't know what this is. Is this discrimination? Is this harassment? Is it something? Because I just don't understand how, if you wanted me to be there, it would have been like, oh, LaQuisha, like, what's the problem? Did I offend you in any way? You wanted me not to be there. So you told me, okay, well, email your resignation. Okay, cool. So I'm standing there literally emailing my resignation right there. I don't even know if this like something that you could do. And she's like, so I think, now matter of fact, I said, is there anything else that I need to do? Well, you can go back into the brow bar and clock out. I never clocked back in from lunch, so I saved you the embarrassment. So she's like, oh, well, okay. And she walks off and she's like, see you. Okay. So after that, I called who I think is her manager. I'm not even really sure. But I explained to her, what I've been dealing with for the past few days. Because when I first met her, she was cool. Like, I don't know. I remember her saying to me one day, fake it until you make it. When I hear that, that really turns me off because I'm not a fake it until you make it person. And I don't know how that may sound for other people, but that's just not who I am. I like to be me. I like to be myself. I am growing in certain areas, so I embrace that. And the faking it until you make it is just not who I am. So that was another thing that just made me like, I don't know if this is like for me. And then even just like everything about her vibe threw off like everything. So I don't even want to work for the company anymore. Like, that's just that. But what I will say is that I myself, I know my worth, and I'm very much talented. I'm very much worthy of like better treatment. So I decided that I needed to resign, and I feel free because it was a full-time position, which meant that, that took up most of my days and my time. And as a young entrepreneur, I need my time for me to do what I need to do. So that was that on that. But yeah. 3 weeks, y'all. 3 weeks. Like I said, I won't disclose any names or anything like that, but Benefit Cosmetics. Great company, everything they stand for, amazing. The people within the company don't really know. I don't know everybody, but I just know that particular person. Nah, she's not right. And I would just warn Benefit that I don't know if y'all having like a turnover rate or anything like that, but a lot of people are fairly new. It was actually another guy coming in, but I was one of the newer people. And then they had like more newer people that was hired. So I'm guessing, I don't want to say that she's the issue, but something is happening with them that, they have just so many like new people. But then they got rid of their BAs, so that's the beauty artist that actually was doing the sales work. But now they have like the estheticians doing the sales work as well. So maybe that's why they needed more estheticians or whatever. But I don't know. It's just a lot though. And I really can't believe. You just got to be careful who you hire on. You got to really pay attention to people. Even after they get the job. People may have all the qualities in the world, but really deep down, miserable, bitter, angry, demanding, controlling, like all of those things. You have to be careful. That can really turn people away from a company, especially hardworking and very talented, open to learn, because I am very open to learn. But for her, she just didn't believe that I was open to learn, because every time she said something, I asked questions or I told her how I felt about something, and I don't believe that's wrong. That's how I communicate. For me to have a better understanding, I need to understand what was it that I did wrong, why was it wrong, so I could be able to correct that. But if you're not allowing me to speak, then we have an issue, because now I feel like I can't be heard and I can't speak. So that's an even bigger issue. If I can't be heard and I can't speak, why am I a part of the team? Is this really even a team? Like, what is it? Especially if you bringing about competition between employees. That is not cool. Like, it was just a lot outside of just how she treated me that was wrong with what she do as a manager. So I'm done. This is my rant. I just don't know what else to say. Like I said, nothing against the company. I have nothing against Benefit. Benefit did nothing wrong to me, but Benefit needs to be careful of who they hire. And that's that. I'm going to leave you guys with that. It's a rant. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Until then, peace.